learning target B for this 1.5 section is to understand factorization. So factorization is looking at the pieces, the components of the area here, and then talking about the components of the sum of the area in terms of its length, binomial or polynomial, whatever we happen to be looking at, by its other width. So let's say I'm looking at this guy right here. So the trick I might notice is that all of my coefficients begin with a 2. So I'm going to pull that out so that I can more easily look at my quadratic. Okay, so now since this is just a 1 leading coefficient on my x, I can kind of ignore this 2 for the time being. And say, what two numbers multiply to make positive 12 but add together to make negative 7? Well, that would be 4 and 3, and they would both have to be negative. So why did I do that? I did that to figure out what the components of my box was. So I have x squared minus 4x minus 3x plus 12. Those must have been the two terms that created this one, because those are the only two numbers that could have multiplied together to give us this 12 here. Close my bracket. So I have x squared, 4x negative, negative 3x plus 12. Well, what about this 2 here? What this 2 is telling us is that if we were talking about the sum of the area, I'm talking about this box times 2. So I have two boxes like that, in other words. So now I'm going to factor out of the box. So what does it have this way? X, negative 4. X, we're just completing the puzzle now. Well, this must be negative 3. So now I can come back up here, and if I'm factorizing, I'm talking about what are the length and the width if I know the sum of the area. Well, it must be two boxes where I'm talking about x minus 4 times x minus 3.